What is that? Is that an intro jingle? KETS and Chlo, it's back. How long does the song go on for? I guess we'll never know. Oh, well, there we go. That's where it ends.
Hi, again, and Happy New Year's.
A Happy New Year to you all.
To you all.
Did you like that new jingle, Chloe? That new KETS introduction song?
I love it so much. And we have to say thank you to Emily Drew, Moody Music, on Instagram.
Her name is just Moody.
Moody.
She hates being called Moody Music.
Oh, okay. Thank you too. But that's her Instagram handle for people to find her. But she created that jingle for us. And we love it so much.
She created it during a holiday while she thought she had COVID. And she was very grumpy. So, Chloe, it's a new year.
Yeah. It is a new year.
Happy New Year? I'm very tired of that. I can't. What's the official date where we can stop saying, hey, season's greetings, Happy New Year?
I think that's like the 1st of Feb.
The whole of... No, can't be. January is way too long. I'm stopping today.
Okay, well, maybe it's just until the work week. The work week starts. You know, people start to get back to work. Everyone's back to work. Then you can just stop saying it.
No, I'm done. I'm done already. Have a good year. You're unemployed. The year's going to be hard. The days are long. Speaking of the long days, summer. Summer is an absolute con job. Yeah, the 2 days on the beach, lovely. Mm-hmm. But the sleepless nights, the mosquitoes, I can't do that.
I hate the mosquitoes. I counted, because for some reason mosquitoes leave Sam alone, but they love me.
It's racist. Too dark skin for the mozzies.
And I think I've gotten biffed in. I think I've gotten bitten, this isn't an exaggeration, 50 times on my legs. They're just covered in mosquito bites. It's the worst.
So those mosquitoes, they be handsy.
Yeah. Super
handsy. But we also thought we have to bring 2021 to an end and 2022 energy. Yeah. So I got the biggest big dick energy voice notes ever from the biggest fan of the show. And I thought I'd play it here because we're gonna make this more multimedia inclusive. And I thought, if people can't see it, they hear it. It's a podcast. And obviously we're also on YouTube. But this is the energy, I'd say, you need to be carrying into 2022. And if not, give up already.
Join me in the Hilux bucket. Come on, this one goes out. Special shout out to Kids Until Sometimes creator, Mr. Shovelwell. Kiss to the Melissa Holmes.
Kiss to the Melissa.
Let's go, everybody. Come on. We're moving, we're grooving, we're shaking, we're baking, baby. Come on. Yeah. Woo, woo. Special shout out goes to Willie, Michael Miller.
Doesn't stop. A lot of shout outs.
Let's go. Whoop. Come on. Yeah, baby. We're keeping in COVID compliance. Come on. To the left. To the right. Now down. And up. And down. And up. And shake your booty. Come on. Just shake your booty.
So that's from Jadon. And it's, we speak a lot about KETS being art.
Yeah.
That was the most beautiful voice note I've ever listened to.
That is brilliant.
In my whole life.
When you showed it to me for the first time, I thought he was in a club voice noting.
No, he said he's Bucky, which he references the Hilux Bucky. Shout out Toyota. But he's having the best time ever in his car.
So
and that's
good.
the energy you need to carry. That's big dick. We must have Jadon on the podcast. He's very funny.
Oh, I'd love
Super
to have
funny.
Jadon on the podcast.
But also, I loved him keeping it COVID compliant. What is he talking about? And then making people shake their booties. How 2019 of you, Jadon. We need a chat.
It's an awesome voice note. And I miss Jadon. I haven't seen him in a while.
He
so it'd be good
does
to have
not
him.
miss you.
It'd be good to have him on the podcast.
Yeah, that's okay. Well, that's probably our longest introduction we've ever done. And with all of that said and done, welcome to New Year, New KETS.
Yeah.
Botswana's 4th ranked comedy podcast. Come right in. The water's real cold. Oh, yeah. But it's good because it's summer.
Drop from number 1 to number 4. It's okay. We'll try not to take it too personally, Botswana.
That's fine. But let's get straight into it. Let's get into the show and tell. Chloe, what have you got for us today?
Oh, so searching around my house, found this book called Why KETS Should Be Your Favorite Podcast.
Wow.
Written by definitely not Chloe or Sam. So
Is that an Asian author? Asian descent? Definitely not Chloe. It's a bit of a long name.
strange name. Yeah. So I don't know. I'll just read. I'll just read a bit out of
Okay,
here. Haven't had a look yet.
Is this available at exclusive books?
Yeah, excuse me. Okay.
Okay, again, I don't know what happened to Chloe and who this new person is, but
okay.
She's bossy.
So, reasons why KETS should be your favorite podcast. Your friends might cancel on you, but KETS won't. So, they're better friends than your friends.
Who wrote this book? And are the sentences as you're delivering them, or was it a bit of an ad lib? Because I feel grammatically that was not a sound sentence.
And then over here it says, KETS is almost famous, so you can say that you discovered KETS before they got famous, which everyone likes to do. So that's a really good reason.
That's a good reason.
Yeah.
Wow. Is it one reason a page?
And actually, that's actually the end of the book. So
a thrilling page turner, some have called it.
Yeah. So that's why KETS should be your favorite podcast.
Okay. A short read, an easy read.
A short read, an easy read. Yeah, I think that you can get this on Take-A-Lot. I don't think it's in exclusive books.
Okay.
But I mean, we definitely don't get any revenue from this. Just an awesome book to have been created.
Chloe, you are a woman of many talents. I would not advise going into any sort of book promotion. Because as an alleged co-author, or not co-author, I don't want to buy it. I'm just being honest.
Okay. But I was trying to get a bit more creative with our show and tells.
No, I think it was good. I think it was very good. And again, check it out. Take-A-Lot's exclusive books. You can get it anywhere. I went for a more sort of, I don't know, childish one because summer has weighed heavily on all of us. And I just thought, wow, this candle looks phallic. Like a penis. So, I don't know. I thought that was enough to be a show and tell. If you're listening, just listening, my candle is melted after years of summer sun and kind of looks like a defeated penis. So, if your penis is not the size of this candle, don't worry. This is a fairly large candle. And remember, all sizes matter.
Yeah.
It's not the same as all lives matter because, BLM. And BLM is surprisingly well represented in this field. If you get what I'm saying.
It looks like that one needs some sun though. It's looking hella white.
Oh, nearly fell off. Well, there we go. That's my show until over's with. Chloe, what have you been up to this? What some people call holiday, I like to call life. It's go to Miami, lose your mind, or stay in Miami and lose your mind.
Yeah.
Dale.
Well, unfortunately, we didn't go to Miami, but we did go to St. Francis, which was wonderful.
Yeah.
It's so beautiful there. Yeah.
We're rich. We go to St. Francis because we're rich. If you haven't heard of St. Francis, it's because you're not rich.
Yeah.
That's a joke. I am fundamentally not wealthy. It's my parents. We've people know this, white privilege. It's real. If you do fun things and go on holidays, but don't really have a big job or anything, it's because you got white privilege.
Yeah. No.
Even if you're black, it's because you got white privilege.
St. Francis
really makes sense.
Camps Bay look like a joke. It really does.
Yeah, it does. That's true.
It is obscene. We went on a tour of the canal. We befriended someone with a boat, which was lovely.
The best.
And you just go past these houses it's kind of like, I think you were saying, it's kind of like the Truman Show. All the houses look the same.
No, that's what Chloe was saying. This is the new thing Chloe does. She's like, oh, weren't you saying? I was like, no, that was your opinion. Stop trying to make it sound.
I think it was either you or your dad who said that.
Probably my dad.
All the houses look the same. They mansion after mansion after mansion. The grass.
What comes after the mansion?
Another mansion. And the lawns are perfectly manicured. People have pools next to the canals. I mean, if that's not a sign of, if that's not a sign of wealth, I don't know what is. But yeah, it's just crazy.
The river's too dirty.
Yeah.
The river is dirty.
People riding around in jet skis. It's just crazy.
It is crazy.
But the one thing that they don't tell you about going to St. Francis, because we went to St. Francis for New Year's, is about Billy's Beach.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that Billy's Beach bar. Oh. The first issue I have with Billy's Beach is that there's no apostrophe after the Y.
Is there not?
No, Billy's. That's all. So
Billy's Beach.
But yeah, that place will keep you up at night. And I've reached the age, I've become a bit of a grandpa. So I'm like, a soccer ball comes over the wall, I deflate it. Oh, you little... No, I don't. Does that even happen in South Africa? No, our walls are too high.
Yeah. But maybe
let's tear them down, South Africa. Let's tear those walls down. But no, and then so we were staying, you could just hear music blaring 24/7. Like
to contextualize... Billy's Beach is like a, I don't know, kind of like a Plet Rage.
It's basically Plet Rage.
Yeah, like a week-long festival. It's not as big, but you can hear it, I think, pretty much wherever you stay in St. Francis. And as we're driving past the Billy's Beach sign, we see that they are going to be setting up a retirement village. I think it's called something like Oyster Retirement Village. Don't ask me about that name. But that just seems like the worst idea ever, right? A retirement village outside a place that for a week every year is going to keep you up.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah. I mean, maybe that's what they're after. Maybe the retirement people, the oldies, want to sneak into Billy's, turn back the clock. You know?
There is an over 25 section. So it caters to all. Yeah.
No, but Billy's Beach, great place, never been. St. Francis, I don't know. It's a teenage paradise. If you want to be an underage drinker, that's a place to go. I don't know. And if you like COVID doesn't exist in St. Francis. If you wear a mask, that you're a pussy.
Yeah, that's like the weirdest form of peer pressure.
I know, it's like wear a mask, you're a pussy. But for real, in St. Francis, COVID only ranks like 4th in infectious diseases.
Yeah, because of all the STIs. Yeah,
I'm more of a fan of STD. I feel it rolls off the tongue. STI sounds like a new car. Have you tried out the Golf STI? Vroom. It's not working. None of that made sense, really. Yeah. Ooh, Billy's Beach. Never for me, thank you.
Yeah.
Unless I'm single.
Yeah.
Then it's gonna be fun.
But what was crazy was while we were in St. Francis. I mean, I didn't get recognized. Maybe I look a bit too generic. But Sam, you got recognized like twice? We were just out and they were like
12 times. No, it was 4 or 5 times. People were like,
4 or 5?
Hey, kids, you toast. Oh, we love your TikTok. Oh, yeah. And I was like, guys, get in line. No fatties. That doesn't make sense.
No.
They were all fatties.
But that was so cool. having people come up and be like, I love your TikTok.
Yeah, no, it was. They love the show. They love KETS. People need KETS. And thank you for all those people DMing us on all social media platforms, demanding more KETS. It's good. We needed to get back. Once you go on holiday, it's very hard to come back.
Yeah. No, and...
Ask Oscar Pistorius.
No, we've
still not back.
We've been excited to come back. But, you know, we're human. We also need a break. And then if you follow us on Instagram, which you should, you would have seen that this reason why it hasn't come out on Mondays, we were doing a KETS goal strategizing session. To see, we've got some really cool guests lined up, which you guys should be very excited for.
They're all lame.
Sam shaking his head.
I hate every one of them. I can't wait to not like them. No, they're all wonderful, obviously.
Yeah. No, we're really, really excited for KETS in 2022.
And I think also a good thing is we also like doing what you're interviewing people you're interested in. So, you know, quite hard sending out emails, you're doing admin, your will to live just diminishes really quickly. So if you have someone that you'd really like to see on the pod, hear on the pod, that isn't you, please don't shoot your shot. Let us know in the comments or DM us. Yeah. Because we're open to it.
I think let's say...
Just like we're open to an open relationship.
No. Most definitely not.
I think we can do it.
I think maybe when this podcast goes out, we'll put something up on our Instagram and we'll leave a little question box and you guys can go in there and then just drop your suggestions for who you'd like on the podcast.
Maybe. I don't like giving them too much power. Making them feel...
That's why it's just suggestions.
Yeah, feel special, but also... relax.
Yeah,
Relax
exactly.
yourself. Relax yourself.
But New Year's, even though we've agreed to never say New Year's again after this podcast, Sama, what are your New Year's resolutions that you came up with? Or do you believe in New Year's resolutions?
What is time, Chloe? What is a year? I think once you come to grips with that, then you can start thinking about life. But no, I've got goals and stuff in my life. I'm not someone who vapes and hangs out outside McDonald's in Cavendish Square. You know who you are. I don't know if you do that.
Sincere apologies.
Zero apologies. Seek help and seek it fast. But no, I'm kind of the standard ones. You try to wake up a bit earlier. Try to smile more, be less sarcastic. And as you can tell, that's already not going too well. But a big one for me was getting my diesel rig, my body, back in shape, because ever since I left grade 11, things have never been the same. So I've tried to cut out certain bad foods, like bad carbohydrates. I keep the tasty ones, but it's been hard. I won't lie, it's been a tough struggle.
Oh my God. No, I think it's been harder for the people around Sam than Sam himself. He becomes this like ratty, I think apparently day 3 of no carbs is where you're at your worst. So ratty, and then he would just be saying mean stuff and then just be like, joking.
No, Chloe, that's my normal personality, but
it's like
I got a bit much off the carbs.
You were like, you were down in the dumps.
But like a crack addict coming off their crack.
But you also wouldn't admit it. I'd be like, Sam, I think that you're being a bit grumpy, and you'd be like, no, I'm not.
It's true, I wasn't. Anyway. And then another big goal of mine is to own a Toyota Hilux.
That's a big goal.
For no good reason. And I think that's a good enough reason. I don't know. Maybe it's compensating for something. But
Sam just smells penis.
Oh yeah, for those I forgot. Sometimes we have great listeners that we love so much. And your goals, Chloe, are you finally gonna start that OnlyFans that we chat so much about? I want to be a pimp and rent Chloe's feet out.
You chat so much about that. That's not happening. I think that 2022 might be the year that I skydive.
That, without a shadow of a doubt, is the whitest goal I've ever heard.
Do you know, maybe I should start off like paragliding just to get a feel for it.
Is that the disabled version of skydiving? No, it isn't. That's the
terrible.
Paralympics.
No.
But where does this come from? Where does this need to throw yourself out of a plane, plummeting
I just feel like I should do it while I'm young, because maybe when I'm old I might get a heart attack while I do it.
But isn't that like a warning sign?
But I feel like you should do it like once,
I've never heard that before.
You only have one life, and it's something that I have wanted to try, and I think that it would be a fear that I'm conquering,
Okay, well, I mean, I think it's a pretty relevant fear.
Yeah.
Being thrown out of a moving aeroplane. But you know what? Each to their own.
Each to their own. I mean, yeah. Maybe I won't do it now that I am talking about it.
Yeah, and
but scary.
Okay, well, bolster those goals. Maybe have some actual life achievements next time we circle. I want to jump out of a plane. Very suicidal goal.
Oh, I mean, I do have, like you're saying, I have those boring goals. I want to spend less time on my phone when I wake up. I want to get back into my fitness. I have been...
your health is your wealth.
Yeah, I've been struggling through long COVID, or Sam likes to call it long COVID. And, I mentioned on the podcast, I had that goal to do a half marathon that didn't happen. So
we went for more realistic goals this year, like jumping out of planes.
no, I still want to do a half marathon.
No, and you
year.
will.
Yeah.
You will. You're
Just
so
gotta
close. I think you're like literally. Whoopsie, sorry about that. You're literally like a month. Oh God, I'm just banging everything I could possibly bang.
You're a month away.
I'm Johnny Sins, baby. Yeah, you're literally a month away from running a half marathon. So that's very exciting.
Yeah.
I also, speaking of things that are exciting. Oh yeah. Do a glasses take for this one. Speaking of things that are exciting, we decided to switch it up, play some new sort of, not games, but introduce new themes, perhaps, to the podcast.
Yeah.
And I always think, and it's a talking point that comes up always with friends, people, when you chat to the homeless. Oh yeah. Anyway. What are we watching? People talk, oh, you got to watch this, you got to watch that. And then you chat. Whoa. So our new segment, what are we watching? Grammatically flawed segment, but a segment nonetheless. So we're currently watching Euphoria with Zendaya and others.
Yeah.
What's your first take, Chloe?
My first take on it. Lot of underage sex, like a lot of underage sex, but I mean, you know that all the actors are between the ages of like 25 and 30, you know? And I love the like cinematography of it. It's a beautiful series to watch. You guys should watch it.
Interesting. Underage sex, cinematography. A truly complex mind.
Yeah.
Young Chloe Melville. Yeah, no, there is a lot of... but I think that's why it's so addictive. Because there's a lot of drugs and partying.
Yeah.
It's like a more well-done Project X.
Yeah.
With some emotional attachments, more series development.
Yeah.
I think it's good.
It is quite a heavy show. It follows a drug addict,
a
sexual
young
assault.
drug addict.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the big essay.
Yeah. No, it's a very heavy series, but I think they touch on important topics.
Yeah.
And
what is bizarre, what they touch on though, is there are a lot of penises in the show, and I thought, I've never seen so many penises in my life, bar being in an actual change room.
Yeah. Oh, there is a change room scene that it's people have called it the 30 penis scene because that is how many you see.
Wow.
It's
the 30 penis scene.
Yeah.
I was about to try to make a mom joke, but then I realized your mom listens to the podcast because you're going to be like the 30 penis scene. And I was like, also known as your mom Saturday night.
So you made the joke anyway.
But I explained first that I didn't want to do it.
Okay.
And that it was a joke.
Okay. But apparently it was actually supposed to be 80.
80 penises?
80 penises.
Peni? You're wearing some penis.
I'm wearing some penis.
Those are the style of earrings that are very popular in Cape Town right now. And they're called penis, spelt?
Pinas.
Yeah, penis. But every time a girl's like, I was just wearing this penis. I was like, you can't wear a penis.
I mean, you can actually.
Well, you can't.
I mean, you literally can.
You can't.
You can.
Let's agree to disagree and agree with my opinion. But if you're a man and you were sat at home and were like, whoa, my penis doesn't fit onto the spectrum, remember, penis size is also a spectrum.
Exactly. I think that they showed a pretty diverse, in that penis scene, it was pretty diverse.
They did. I was very disappointed to realize that my penis wasn't the size of a big
Evian bottle.
Didn't know those sort of peni were out there. But yeah, it was also nice to see some smaller ones. I mean, you know what I mean. Okay.
But yeah, you guys should.
This is why we need a director. Change topic.
Wrap it up, people.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, we love watching Euphoria. And if you guys have got any more series suggestions, because now we're starting on season 2, but they do that annoying thing where they only released one episode a week.
We binges.
I hate it when they do that.
Absolute binges.
I hate it. Just release them all at once.
Yeah.
I don't want to have to wait a week.
Okay, well, but back to the news, the hard-hitting topics.
Yeah.
The uncompromising journalism that we do here at KETS. Independent, impartial, unbiased. I love it. Like ENCA have all this stuff, and I love when people like say there's something, or like even if friends are like, yeah, I'm so loyal. I'm like, oh, you're the least loyal person I know. I love when people speak about being something or exaggerate being something. They're usually the complete opposite. Like the People's Republic of China, I never seen a person from China. We're the people.
Huh?
Yeah, I don't know. I was trying to make a more
I ain't never seen a Chinese person.
I was trying to make a democracy joke, kind of came out as Asian hate.
Oh, yeah.
Squid Games.
Yeah. But, okay, first in news is that Matric results are no longer being published publicly in South Africa.
In the newspapers, like they used to.
And why couldn't it have been around when we were younger?
Says Chloe with her 6 A's. Oh, it was like such an inconvenience to like everyone to see how clever I was.
It doesn't matter what your marks are. I personally didn't like that they were shared.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why they ever were shared. Like what? Because the whole of your high school career or your whole schooling career, when you get marks back, it's private. And then, you know, if you failed, you go cry in the corner, and if everyone's failed, everyone runs around laughing. Yeah. But to have it in the newspaper, like the newspaper's meant for like achievements. Yeah. And then if you like you fail Matric, that ain't an achievement. Now everyone must watch, and like the suicide rate post Matric results is terrifying.
Really?
Well, not the rate, because I don't know the percentage, but the amount, there were like at least 10 suicides that are documented.
That's terrible.
People getting their marks back.
Jeepers. Yeah, they always say...
Trigger warning.
Yeah.
Retroactive trigger warning.
That they say that you should, either meet at school when the Matric results are coming out or get together with a group of friends. I actually can't think of anything worse. Like, I don't want to know what everyone else got.
It depends which friend you go to get your Matric. You must always take a dumb friend.
Yeah.
And then, I failed maths. You're like, idiot, when you got 53. So take your dumb friends. And if you are being taken, maybe you are the dumb friend.
Maybe you are, yeah.
Well, Matric, good luck to everyone getting their results.
Yeah.
Remember, it doesn't necessarily get better after high school, but it also might. So stay positive.
It definitely doesn't. So, in other news, uncompromising, unbiased journalism. Oh, yeah. Novak Djokovic or Novak Djokovic or Novak's Djokovic. I can't even claim that as my own joke. No, well, I definitely saw that.
I don't think you can even claim the joke because you weren't sure how to pronounce his name at the best of times.
It was so badly executed.
Oh,
but,
whoa. Oh, well.
No, this is just embarrassing.
You gave it a good bash. Okay, so what is happening? Because I've seen a lot of stuff. I follow all sports, but when it gets like overly political, I'm like, boring. Is Novak not kneeling at the Australian Open? Or what's happening? What's happening, Chlo Dog?
Well, as of right now, he's not at the Australian Open. So he was denied entry to Australia. So he had a medical exemption, which is then part of his visa, and that was revoked when he entered Australia.
Yeah, so instead of being at the Australia Open, he was at the Australia Closed. You see, now that is original, but it's an original joke because it's not funny.
No, it's not funny. I mean,
it's a dad joke.
It's all right.
It's my brand and my body type.
Well, he's actually in... Oh my God, Sam's getting undressed.
It's all about love.
I feel like
this is for you, Mr. Frog, Mr. Hairy Man. Okay, a bit of OnlyFans.
You're distracting me.
Continue. Okay, so Novak Djokovic has not been allowed into Australia.
So he's actually in immigration. I think he's stuck in immigration. But so he got medically exempt because he got COVID on December 16th, which means that he
medically exempt from not being vaccinated.
Yeah, so you couldn't get vaccinated. But get this, right? So we don't know if this happened before or after he knew that he was positive. But on the same day that he got his test results back, he was then seen attending a young players event in Belgrade without a mask, and he was handing out awards.
Oh, Novak.
So he was like, you get COVID and a result. I mean, an award.
An award. Oh, wow.
You get COVID and an award.
Okay, so he's not allowed to play. That's very interesting. Because
I mean, as of right now, I don't know if he'll go to court or try and refute this, but, and it brings up the question, like, if this was just some ordinary tennis player or he wasn't that famous, would this be as big a deal?
Well, no, it wouldn't even be in the headlines. But that's because, he's famous and he is. People go, oh, you treat everyone the same. I don't know if I like that.
I think that you should.
As a white person, I know there's some alarm bells ringing. But Novak Djokovic is one of the best tennis players of all time. He brings joy, entertainment to millions of people around the world. He is more important than, say, me. Well, maybe not.
Maybe more important to you, the economy. But, I don't think that you can bend health and safety regulations, which have time and time again have been said that they're very important.
Yeah, well, I think the problem with the situation is that Australia have got a crazy vaccination rate. It sits at like 90%, and they've had very strict lockdowns for people who aren't vaccinated, that sort of stuff. So that's why I do get the arguments. It's like, if you treating the whole population like that, come on, how can you now expect these sort of allowances to be made? It's the death of the celebrity. We don't care about famous people anymore.
It's also
it's good.
Conspiracy time. He has been outwardly against vaccines. He is a vaccine skeptic. So was he positive on December 16th? It's very convenient that he couldn't get vaccinated.
I mean, South Africa has a vaccination rate of about 35%.
Yeah.
Or 40%.
Not even at
Come on, Novak, the South African Open.
Yeah.
Just, get some 5G coursing through those veins. We want to see you play tennis, Novaks. We want to see you play tennis.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Yeah, literally. Oh, well. Whatever happens.
Lovey. It's, I know if I was the actual tennis player competing at the Australian Open, I'd be like, come on, Australia, shut the gates. I want to see Novak at this tournament. He'll beat me. Oh, well, so that's a lot of fun. In South Africa, the ANC are talking about a vaccine mandate, or they whispers in the wind.
I mean, we're already vaccinated, so I don't think it really affects us.
I don't know. I don't even think I'm vaccinated because I got the Johnson one-hitter quitter.
Yo, shame. Sam got COVID bad.
Yeah,
really
no,
bad.
not real badly. Real badly, you're in hospital fighting for your life.
No, that's true. But bad for someone maybe who's been vaccinated.
Who knows? This thing affects so many people so differently. I hate talking about COVID. We always talk about COVID.
Yeah.
It's unavoidable, inescapable.
Should we talk about something maybe a bit more lighthearted?
Okay, what do you got for me?
David Dobrik is in South Africa.
So for those of you who don't know, David Dobrik's this ultra famous American YouTuber.
Yeah.
Is that the best way to describe him?
Yeah, he's very famous for his vlogs.
Vlogging, yeah.
Yeah, 4 minute, 20-second vlogs. Haha, very funny.
Should we do vlogs? Should KETS do vlogs? I don't know.
Would it be interesting? I don't know.
I think if people see the real me, I'll become famous overnight. No, I think people will leave the channel en masse, but let us know.
Yeah.
But yeah, so he's in South Africa.
Yeah.
And
partying it up in Sandton.
Oh, good for him.
Good for him.
Johannesburg.
But it seems like not everybody's happy that he's here.
Oh, like who?
Yeah, I saw someone had created a change.org petition to get him out of South Africa. And it got taken down, but you can still see that it's...
Why is there anti-David hate?
People don't like him.
Okay, fair enough.
Fair enough.
Make a petition to keep me in South Africa. That's real love. Or a petition to get Chloe's OnlyFans up and running. I like that. Speaking of things that are not up and running, trains in South Africa. I like trains. Remember that video? This is just inner dialogue that's now playing out on the podcast again. But our Minister of Transport, Fikile Mbalula, has said our trains are going to be running again, which I find odd because trains don't run. They drive, glide, or they choo-choo. Whatever your preference is, that's what they do. Trains
choo-choo. Sam Holmes.
2022. A lot of that rhymes. But yeah, and he's promised billions to fix SA's ailing railway system.
I want to believe it can be done. Hopefully it will be. Time will tell.
Probably not though.
Yeah.
Billions. There I go again.
I don't think millions would do too much.
Billions though.
Billions.
Oh,
We're talking billions.
We're talking billions. But you also were saying something to me off air. Yeah, we're on air now. About taxis getting a lot of money.
Yeah. So there's been... the Minister of Transport also put 1.1 billion rand towards a taxi relief fund, which is awesome. I think there's about 300,000 taxi drivers in South Africa. That's like seems to be the going estimate. So every one of them, every one of them should be getting around 5,000 rand.
Jeez, that's pretty good.
Yeah,
it'll probably end up with like 2 or 3 of the fat cats getting the majority. But hey, let's stay positive about it.
Yeah.
And yeah, you said there were some comical sort of headlines brought up by Fikile Mbalula. He is a running joke. But what were some of these crazy things you were saying about the railways?
Well, it's just that he admitted it was broken. You know?
Oh.
And it's like...
Interesting approach.
So are you going to fix it now or later?
Now, okay.
No, yeah, just now. The South African way. Yeah, but I mean, he literally admitted it was broken. That was a quote.
Yeah, you wrote here, like, Metro Rail's slogan is getting South Africa to work.
No. I mean, it's broken, so...
Yeah, keeping South Africans from work is what you said. And then Sam must laugh after that. I don't know if that joke translates. But anyway, but so big announcements, billions of rand.
Yeah.
Which basically means line up ANC, you're going to get some money. Yeah. ANC caters.
Yeah.
Speaking of missing money and missing people and people that I miss, whatever happened to that blonde statue girl who used to... What was her name? What was her name? You know, the one standing at the shops you put money in. Susie. Yeah, Susie doll.
What is the segue?
I don't know. But things I miss. She was that blonde girl with the little red donation thing. She had Winnie the Pooh in a chokehold and a broken leg. Oh, I don't know. Something was going on with her leg.
No, Samuel. She was a statue for the Western Cape's Association for Cerebral Palsy or something like that. So
cerebral palsy?
Yeah.
Oh, no. I thought she just maybe got a soccer injury there. Oh, gosh.
She was...
Susie doll. I'm so sorry.
Yeah. But so she was actually... I think she was around for like 66 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then what happened?
Then they retired her just before COVID.
You had to keep her safe. But 66 years?
Can you imagine Susie doll with a mask on?
She looked better than how she always... She had some tattoos, a.k.a. graffiti, from time to time. But Susie doll was great. They retired her at 66. Yeah. So she passed the retirement age, went, I'm 60, folks, but I'm a keep on going. She was ageless, truly. So well done, Susie doll. Thanks for making me feel uncomfortable at shopping centers.
Yeah. I loved Susie doll though, especially when I was younger. I'd always make my mum give me her spare change to put in her little box.
Whoa, let's not get overly sexual now. Shopping is stressful enough. We don't need Susie doll sexually confusing us. That's for sure.
Yeah. But that is sad that she's gone. How bizarre. I think that's like someone that like everybody knows in South Africa. You could show them a picture and everybody would know who we're talking about.
It'd be funny if you're listening to the podcast and you don't know who we're talking about. Then you'd feel ostracized for sure.
Yeah, just look up Susie doll. But talking about shopping, I was in Canal Walk the other day, just browsing. And I came across, do you remember Come Books?
Oh, yes.
How weird is that they call a Christian so guys, if you've never seen this before, there is a Christian bookstore called Come Books, C-U-M.
Only a religious group could be so short-sighted to call their bookstore Come.
Yeah.
I mean...
I don't even...
What more can we say? Your store is called Come.
Yeah. Come in?
I don't know.
I don't even know what it stands for. And I was too afraid to look it up online because I didn't know what pictures I'd see.
Come, that's for sure. Come on books, Come bookstore, the whole 9 yards. But only Christian people will be like, see, this is a good name for a bookstore. The Lord will provide. I don't know. Been a while since I've been to church.
It's so weird.
Been a while since I've been to Come. No, I'm not a girl. Anyway, nothing there? Any takers?
Any takers?
Nothing there.
I just think that they should change their name.
Yeah, I actually kind of like it now. You know what they're about.
Maybe it's actually just really clever advertising. They want to get people talking and they'll be like, maybe we should come inside and learn about Jesus Christ.
No, I don't think that Christians are all too good at advertising or marketing, as expressed by the Catholic Church.
Yeah.
Really not good at doing PR or, not sexually assaulting children.
Ooh.
What? Too truthful? Too real? But all right. Speaking of things that don't make sense and are just crazy, the Parliament fire. I know.
Yeah.
We're late to it. We've been busy being rich. Sue us. Yeah. My dad's lawyers will take you out. But we've been on holiday, but you get the point.
Yeah.
What have you made of the Parliament fires? Because it was like Parliament's on fire and it wasn't John Steenhuisen doing an Eminem impersonation. Hey-o. You're not educated, but John, you don't have a matric. That's literally Parliament TV.
Yeah, well, so Parliament was set on fire. It's still to be decided who. There is someone in custody on the 2nd of January.
Yeah, okay, so we've got it here. Water sprinklers in the old House of Assembly building. Yeah, closed and should have undergone maintenance. Big shock. You know? The fire detection system faulty. Big shock. And the security cameras in the complex were not monitored between 2 and 6. I mean, fair enough. That is a hard time to be awake. If I was a security guard, that would be my sleeping time.
Not if you're on shift.
No, still if I'm on shift.
Not if you're on shift. But so apparently, I think it was either the sprinklers or the fire alarm that hadn't undergone maintenance since like 2018.
Oh, yeah.
And it had been scheduled for maintenance in 2020, but that hadn't happened.
Yeah.
Guys, that's kind of the whole point, to stop fires. So...
Yeah, I mean, it's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
But so there was fire there.
Massive fire.
And I don't know, President Ramaphosa described the fire as a terrible setback for the nation. Okay, yeah, I mean, this really was the worst thing that could have happened to South Africa in the last 18 months. I don't know how we're going to survive the parliamentary fire. But yeah, the legislature sprinkler system didn't work as it was meant to. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty true to form when the whole government doesn't work. So, terrible setback. Come on, Cyril.
Yeah.
Give us a break.
And then, so we mentioned someone's in custody. So it's apparently a homeless guy who was outside of... Classic. Who
are they blaming? They blame the homeless. Come on, ANC. That's very DA of you. Chill out. But apparently he's actually not homeless.
Yeah.
What's his name? Zandile
Mafe. I think that's how you say his surname. Zandile Christmas Mafe, actually. But he's...
Zandile Christmas Parliament Fire Mafe. No takers? Come on. Yeah.
But yeah, so he's actually a permanent resident of Khayelitsha. So it just goes to show how the local news...
It's terrible. That's why you have to come to KETS for news. But yeah, what's he accused of? Allegedly stole laptops, crockery, obviously explosive device, being in possession of that, starting the fire.
Obviously.
Well, no, I'm saying that's what he's been charged with.
No, so that actually, that's actually what's crazy. So he started the fire, stole these things that Sam mentioned, and now he's being charged with terrorism.
Well, we must put in there, because we are journalists, he allegedly. Like KETS is allegedly the number one podcast in South Africa. Allegedly.
Yeah. So.
But yeah, being charged with terrorism is wild.
Yeah.
I thought that was.
Yeah. So
reserved for the United States.
Yeah. So his lawyer has said that he is actually just being used as a scapegoat for the failures of the executive and legislative sectors of parliament.
That's true. I mean, surely he is, though.
Yeah, I mean, he's also been described as a paranoid schizophrenic.
But by who?
I think actually, I don't know.
No, it wouldn't have been his lawyer. That's not really how unless you've killed your wife. They don't
plead insanity.
I don't know. The first reaction, like many South Africans, when you see the photos and stuff, you go like, no ways. Yeah. No ways was this the guy responsible. And I suppose that is also quite rude, because you're like, no ways does this guy look capable of doing it. But then on the other hand, I also go, yes ways, because of how pathetic we are at certain things. So like many things in South Africa, it doesn't make any sense. You just hope that there aren't sort of horrible things in play. He does have great legal representation. So
The same lawyer who represented Zuma, actually.
Mpofu, Advocate Mpofu, I think you call it that. He's a big part of the EFF, or big, so almost like he's become a celebrity figure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you call it Advocate Mpofu or Mr. Mpofu?
Probably both. Yeah.
Is that even his name? Let me check it out.
But I mean, it could have been him, but it also could not have. And if it isn't, it is a massive mess up on Parliament side.
You do say Advocate Mpofu, but his name is Dali, or as I like to call it, Dale. Go to Miami, Dali, and lose your mind, Dale. But no, so you just hope. But in South Africa, nothing comes to light. There was state capture with the Guptas. Haven't heard anything about the Guptas.
The Zondo Commission has come back into question at the beginning of 2020.
Come on.
Apparently, there's been lots of new evidence has come out. It is just very depressing. But should we end on something that's a bit
more lighter? Yeah, we're a comedy podcast after all. So
do you know
I hope you've been laughing.
Something that made me laugh really hard was I was scrolling through Instagram, looking at my Instagram stories, and I then see El Professor
from Money Heist.
Yeah, from Money Heist. And he says, he's meant to be saying, how's it in Mzansi? But he says, how's it in Samsi?
Do you have the video of it?
Yeah. I already watched it.
He's so cute.
I screen recorded it.
How's it in Samsi? I am Alvaro Morte. How's it in Samsi? I am Alvaro Morte.
Shame, but can you speak Spanish?
It's so cute.
How's it?
How's it in Samsi?
No, that's good on him. Good on him.
Well, people were roasting me for the way that I said Mjolo the other day. So, I mean, who am I to really laugh?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Bunch of crackers laughing at another cracker. You love to see it, cracker bread.
Yeah.
And obviously we must end the show with overrated, underrated. I'm not going to lie, I'm experiencing severe pain in my stomach.
Oh.
I really need the toilet.
Okay.
Just thought I'd share that with everyone.
Okay.
So, because if you see me starting to sweat bullets, you know. You know what I'm going through. Okay, so the first overrated and underrated for the year. Chloe, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Born ready. All right. Is David Dobrik overrated or underrated?
Severely overrated.
I don't get it.
100%. I think your answer could be anything different.
Yeah, who watches his videos?
Unless you want to come on the podcast.
Yeah, no. If you want to share those cloud coins with us, that would be great. But it's like, OMG, guys, look at these glasses. Ah, ha, ha, ha. Vlogging. That's my best impersonation of David Dobrik.
It is too much. I can't watch any of his vlogs anymore. I used to love him, but I can't.
Okay. Are New Year's resolutions overrated or underrated?
That's a tough one. Probably underrated if we took them more seriously.
Yeah.
They're severely neglected.
Yeah. Your New Year's resolutions are underrated for the first week of the year, and then they get real overrated real quickly.
Yeah.
The funniest thing is the gym, and I never believed it until I saw it. Like if you go to gym consistently throughout the year, which I don't, it's the similar amounts of people. Then come January, for the first week it's packed, and then it kind of starts the weakness seeps out of the gym.
Yeah.
All right. Is Karina Kopf overrated or underrated? Is Karina
Kopf overrated or underrated? Overrated.
Karina Kopf. What? Karina Kopf.
Karina
is severely underrated because of those big old titties she's got.
Samuel.
It's made of that's literally what made her famous, and that's not misogynistic. That's the truth.
And David Dobrik. No, I think that she's overrated.
Okay, fair enough. Is Parliament overrated or underrated?
Probably perfectly rated.
Why?
Because there's good and bad to it.
Okay, I think it's overrated when the politicians in it. Underrated when it's on fire. You go Zandile Mafia, you burn that shit to the ground. Allegedly. Oh yeah. Allegedly. And finally, is St. Francis overrated or underrated? Prepare for teenage hate.
No, I think it's underrated. I really enjoyed my time there. I think that I had a misconception of it. I think that it was going to be like a completely like plet rage kind of place, but the canals are beautiful. The scenery is beautiful, and there's some really nice people there.
Yeah, I think it's overrated if you want to have a relaxing family holiday.
Yeah.
And underrated if you want liver failure, an STI, and to be in 3 relationships when you come back to Cape
But
Town.
you like the word STD better.
GTI, STD, and I think that's where we say BB. Goodbye. I tried to rhyme it, but it didn't work. That's our episode. Thank you for joining. Do all the KETS subscription stuff. We're going to be back at the more content this year, more podcasts, more of everything, less of hopefully this shadow boxing that I'm doing. And it's awkward for everyone here. But yeah, that's from my side. It's good to be back. The lights are bright.
The lights are bright, and we'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye.